Be quite frankly honest with you. That's what I'm looking at. It's not about disrespecting the elders. It's about loving them, but it's about documentation. We live in a generation where we didn't know. Sidney Poitier, Esther Rolle, obviously, here she is, have went on record saying all sorts of things in the past, disparaging things about black Americans, whilst black Americans were feeding them because they were on television and in media and art portraying to be black Americans. And I guess in some cases propagandizing the black American experience, because they always wanted the black Americans to get on TV and be broken, which is more evidence. Well, why are we broken? Everybody wants to skip over that we're broken. Why are we broken? We're broken because we lost a war. It's not difficult. But what I get offended at is I get offended at blacks who blame blacks. And I don't know if that's what she's doing in this clip, but I'm confused. It looks like it could be.
I introduced the black father to this country. I introduced the black father to this country. I introduced the black father to this country.
I introduced the black father to this country. So there had never been a father that was black in this country before. Even during segregations, when you weren't allowed to venture off and go shack up with a white woman to get her pregnant and stay with her. This is what I'm saying. I don't know where they be coming from sometimes.
There never had been one in the... I introduced the black father to this country. There never had been one in the whole of the country. And I risk my job by saying I won't do it unless you give me a husband for my children. I introduced the black father to this country. There never had been one in the whole of the country. And I
never had been one. I don't like the way she said that. Am I being too sensitive right now? I just don't really like her spirit. There never had, like she's doing somebody a favor and I risked my job. What I did for you. You did that for you. You didn't do shit for me. Some bullshit on TV is not helping us here on the ground. Okay? You ain't doing shit for us. Everybody act like they came along and did something for black Americans. We're feeding ourselves however we're doing it. You aren't doing it. So just keep quiet.
I risk my job by saying I won't do it unless you give me a husband for my children.
Now, I never seen her in this light. So I thought she was sweethearted, but I guess not.
There never had been one in the whole of the country. And I risk my job by saying I won't do it unless you give me a husband for my children.
I don't know. Now, you turn around, instead of you fussing at the white man and taking a nasty tone with him, there never have been a black father in the whole of the country. Is that a jab at us? Because a white man tried to do something funny on camera? So you don't know your father, Esther Rolle? Your uncles didn't stay with any of their children? My father didn't leave me. He wasn't the strongest man. He was a defeated man, a Mississippian man. And we know how the Mississippians, Alabamans, they have that really, really passive nature. That's that indigenous nature. They're slower. And, I'm a different branch. But, extension of my fathers and them, but...
I introduced the black father to this country. There never had been one in the whole of the country. And I risk my job by saying I won't do it unless you give me a husband for my children.
Yeah, it's kind of a backhanded compliment. It's not that was the bitterness. That wasn't the right spirit. Yeah, so